Hello and welcome back to Tinker Talks Guns. I had not intended to make this video today, but something just arrived, and I thought I would share that with you. Now, a week ago Sunday, I was using my Frankford Arsenal hand priming tool to prime cases for reloading, as I have done seriously more than 10,000 times without incident. And I was using Federal number 100 small pistol primers. Now, these primers are well known to be soft. In fact, it's why I was using them, because I've got a lot of very old guns, and I found that I get the best, most consistent ignition from Federal primers because they're so soft. And in the middle of priming cases, there was an explosion. Somehow, a primer detonated in the hand tool and gang fired into the plastic reloading tray where all the other primers were. And an unknown number that I estimate between 40 and 80 of them gang fired. And there was a blue-white flash, a loud bang, and pain, because it turned the plastic tray into shrapnel, which struck my right hand, my forehead, and my belly, causing significant but not serious injury. There's a video about that. Now, Linda then researched this and discovered that this is a rare but not unknown occurrence, and over a dozen people online on social media ask if I were using Federal primers. The question is an answer all on its own. It turns out also that Lee Reloading recommends you not put too many primers, Federal primers, in the tool at one time to minimize damage if there's an incident of this type. Well and good. Now, obviously, the Frankfurt tool was not to blame. I'd used it over 10,000 times, and very often with Federal primers, and never had a problem. Never even occurred to me there could be a problem. So it was absolutely not the tool. So I contacted Federal and had to leave a message with their customer service where I explained what happened and left the message. I called Frankfurt Arsenal. I got a human being. I explained what happened and that I did not blame the tool, and they were extremely helpful. And I also asked them if they would sell me a new primer tray, because mine grenaded. And they said they don't normally sell them, but they have a stock of parts for warranty repairs, and they would send me one of those. Free of charge. Rather nice of them, I thought. And, that's all to the good. They also said that they would look into making a note in their instructions cautioning people when using Federal primers. The person I talked to did not know if such a note already existed. But, they were going to look into it. Well and good. To this day, I have heard nothing from Federal. Not a word, not an email. Zero, zilch, didn't return my phone call, no response, and it's been quite a while. Certainly a week and a half. So, that's what Federal thinks of their customers, especially when they get injured by their product. Now again, this is not necessarily the fault of the primers. I have no intention of suing anyone. But the fact that this could happen is something that I felt they needed to be aware of, and maybe, just maybe, if their lawyers would let them, tell people to be careful. What arrived today was from Frankfurt Arsenal. It's this. It is a complete $80 hand primer tool set. because, as they told me in an email, the replacement parts were back ordered and they didn't want to wait. So they sent me the entire tool, even though this was not their fault and not a fault of the tool that I had been using successfully for many, many years. They still sent me the complete kit. There's no way. That's just fantastic customer service. And, when I spoke to them, they were genuinely concerned and were, genuinely interested in what had happened and wanted to do something about it. Not just for me, but for other people using their tool. Federal has not responded in any way, shape, or form, despite my specifically saying in my message that I had been injured. Draw your own conclusions. I know I have. Suffice to say, I will be viewing the purchase of Federal products in the future with a jaundiced eye, because I know I will get no customer support if anything goes awry. Take it for what it's worth. So, and on the other hand, I still recommend this tool because in the past I have told people who ask that I thought that this was the best hand priming toolkit on the market. And they are not paying me anything for this. But it comes with a bunch of shell holders for a wide variety of common shells. Right in the package. It's all steel. It's all, except for the plastic primer tray. And it all works very well, which is why I never replaced it in the course of loading over 10,000 rounds. So, a well-deserved plug for Franklin Arsenal, completely unsolicited, just because I'm impressed with them. Anyway, that's it for this rather brief video. I hope this is educational for you. And I hope this finds you well. Stay safe, take care, and I'll talk to you again real soon.